Hey there, gamers! My name is Bennett Short.
And my name is Sekai Marques.
And welcome to Season 10's finale episode of Critical Damage, Emerson's one and only gaming show.
Even though this is the last episode of the season, here at Critical Damage, we're still finding reasons to celebrate. The Jeff Keighley Show, also colloquially known as the Game Awards, will be gracing our screens on December 11th. Much to my dismay.
Sorry, guys. As promised, we talked to Jeff to try and get our personal games of the year.
The real games of the year.
The real games of the year onto the roster. Unfortunately, it did not go well, and it's still a bit of a sore spot for Sekai.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's whatever. I'm fine. It's all great. Just do the cold open, man. I'm sorry.
You'll get over it, buddy.
I will.
The influence of the Game Awards on the industry is undeniable, especially in the past couple of years. However, with that growing influence, it's also becoming a spot of contention. Obviously, snubs have always been part of the game, pun not intended, but combine that with the number of mass layoffs, the inherent bias, and the push for AI within the Game Awards, there's a growing gap between the wants of developers and their communities versus the wants of big business.
To help us in our discussion, we're bringing back a chill guy with a PhD in the Game Awards, Dr. Aiden Kane.
Hi.
Hello, Aiden.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Are you? Game Awards, that's insane. But just to get us started, we're going to open up with a bit of a loaded question, but just considering the state of the Game Awards, like how it's grown over the years, do you think that the Game Awards are good for the gaming industry?
Yeah, I mean, I think treating games as an art form, as some kind of thing worth prestige, is inherently a good thing, recognizing all these people who put so much effort into making these works of art for people to experience. The Game Awards specifically is often treated more as a commercial rather than an award show, but there's still benefits for developers for taking part in it. Most of the nominees see like upwards of 200% increases in sales after being nominated or winning Game Awards. So being a part of this presentation is certainly a good thing for the industry.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I didn't know what Balatro was, and then a man in a clown costume and makeup was at the Game Awards, and I was like,
Star. That's my goat.
I gotta check this thing out.
Like, what's this guy talking about? I should
Yeah.
listen to the clown.
And now I have completed the gold stake on every single deck. Humble brag. And now I feel empty.
Well, yeah, well, naturally, yeah.
So thank you, Game Awards, for a
you.
feeling of emptiness.
You know what, Jeff, he's brought a lot of emptiness into our lives and hearts, but it's okay. It's fine. It's whatever. Yeah, no, I completely agree with you guys. I think in concept, I think the fact that we're treating games as more of an arts form and like really encouraging with all like the different categories and stuff, really encouraging people to branch out and treat this as an artistic endeavor, I think it's really, really important, and I think it's going to be good for the industry in concept. I just think, yes, it is becoming a glorified commercial. Also, I feel like it's a bit of a popularity contest. Don't you agree?
I think that's a really good point, because that really segues into something that I really want to delve into, which is the idea of bias in the Game Awards. Do you think there are certain things that these studios do that get picked up on a lot more frequently than other concepts, like certain kinds of music, art style, that will get a lot more nominations for awards?
Yes.
I mean, I definitely think so. You know, they have lists of like the panelists and stuff. You know, you can see that it's a conglomerate of media outlets from all over the world, but there is a very heavy bias towards American influencers. So, you know, a lot of the opinions or results of the nominees or the voting tends to lean more towards like Americanized results or like, you know, take for example with the best score, a lot of times the best score category heavily revolves around, you know, very cinematic and orchestral narratives, whereas something more experimental or something maybe like traditionally Japanese or something may fall under the radar, even though it's highly popularized.
Yeah, I think I'm glad you talked about the music, because I think there was something, I believe it was one of the Doom games, where the music got more intense and exciting based upon how well you were doing, like based on your kill streak and how little damage you were taking. The music would ramp up. And then when it was being reviewed, a lot of game journalists said the music was boring.
That just means you're mad at the gamers here.
That's because they sucked at it.
Insane self-report, by the way. I'm sorry.
So I think that is something really interesting, that sometimes it's the fact that it's not as much a voice of the people thing that can sometimes negatively impact which games get like their laurels.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And I also want to bring up that now that you're talking about like some games, like certain aspects of games like being treated more favorably when it comes to like voting and judging than others. Do you think that fact existing and being very present in like everyone's minds, do you think that changes the way that developers have been making games over the past couple of years?
I don't think we've reached that point yet where we're getting like the Oscar bait equivalent of games. Thank God, by the way.
Yeah, thank God.
I cannot imagine how awful that would be. But I think that is something that's really, I'm hesitant to say beautiful, but cool about the gaming industry specifically, is there is so much more like direct contact between the people making the games and the people playing the games that I think prevents that kind of intermediary buffer from happening. Because at the end of the day, the Game Awards don't help to serve anything more than to make your games more popular and get more people playing them. So I think if you had something made specifically to design Game Awards, but the game sucked, then you're not going to really get anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A trash game is still a trash game, but thankfully those aren't coming out.
Thankfully not coming out.
Yes.
That's just about all the time that we have for these first batch of discussion questions. We're going to throw over to our field segment in just a second, and we will be back in a little bit with more discussion, some different questions. But for now, I think we're going to throw to Ben and Luca out in the field for a lovely little silly field segment. So
Yes.
We will be with them, and then we will be right back. Thank you, guys.
Yes. Don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere.
Hello, I'm Luca Montague.
I'm Ben Johnson.
And we're here interviewing people on their thoughts on this year's Game of the Year awards.
After that, we're going to ask them what their game of the year is.
Let's get into it. Hi, would you like to introduce yourself?
Love to. I am Adam DiPietro.
I'm Roland Triozzi.
My name is Matthew Cavello.
Hi, my name is Sekai.
Yes, hi, I'm Meg Thurmeyer.
I am Beck Lyons. I am the creative VP of Critical Damage, and I'm a hardcore gamer.
So do you have any thoughts on this year's nominations for Game of the Year?
Well, it's been a very good year. We've had a few like it's been a little rough the last few years.
Yeah,
We've had a few duds for a little while now, the past 2 years, but I would say this one definitely picked it up. Every single nomination has a lot of merit, I would say.
I think the nominees were really good this year. I am very glad to see that 2 indie games got onto the list, because usually they only give it to like 1, but I feel like we had such a strong indie scene this year that we got 2 really good ones on the list this year.
Absolutely.
But I've heard very good things about all of them. I'd say if I had to choose the most likely one to win out of the nominations, I'd say probably Expedition 33.
I'd agree.
Very
It
good.
seems like the very clear favorite to win a lot of these.
Yeah.
Do you have a different game that you'd say is your personal game of the year?
I would say my personal game of the year is Hollow Knight Silksong.
Really?
I have been waiting years. It's been a long wait, but finally it came out, and I was playing it, and it blew my expectations out of the water, even when they were already sky high.
I started playing Diablo 4, and I've been having a blast. So I think that would have to be my personal game of the year.
I am such a Deltarune fan that I want to say that, but you can have debates over like if it counts, considering only about half of what's available is what came out this year.
The Donkey Kong Bonanza is easily my game of the year. I like just running around as a young Donkey Kong and destroying everything and killing everyone and beating it's just so much fun to just play as different forms of Donkey Kong.
What do you think your most played game this year was?
Ooh, probably I'd say Dragon Ball Genshin Squadra. It's because I like getting angry at people.
It's not even close. It's Marvel Rivals.
Yeah.
After Christmas last year, I just sunk so much time into that game. I fell off. I haven't played it in like months, but the hours from that very short period of being obsessed with Marvel Rivals, definitly, my most game played.
The Hitman trilogy. Over the summer, I tore it up, man. I played so much. It's such a good game.
Thank you all for coming in and lending your opinions on the Game Awards.
They were certainly interesting. Back to you in the studio.
Hey guys, we are back. So yeah, let's just pick up where we left off. So I also kind of like what we were talking about a little bit earlier before, but we were kind of talking about the announcements and how it's kind of becoming, the Game Awards, it's much more emphasis placed on the announcements, the trailers that come out, what new games are on the horizon, stuff like that. Do you think the Game Awards has become, I don't want to say a glorified like trailer show, but I also do kind of want to say that. Do you think it's kind of like leaning towards that direction?
Definitely. I mean, I think on paper it sounds really bad, and that's because it kind of is.
Yeah.
But there is some benefit to it being proposed that way, because I think a lot of people who generally like aren't really into the artistry or care about what goes behind the scenes, they're more inclined to tune in because of the proposition of something new being announced and getting exposed to, learning about like the people behind these games, the people who spent all those hours creating them in accordance with, new game reveals. Everybody loves those. So exciting. The issue comes when they start to take away from the spotlight on the artistry in favor of more heavy emphasis on the advertisements, which some years have been better than others. Being told to wrap it up to people after like 30 seconds giving a heartfelt speech, it's like, that leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Why would you do that? I don't care about whatever game you're showing next. I wanted to hear that.
Yeah.
I think it was 2, maybe 3 years ago. I remember they did like 4 categories in a row with no announcer and no acceptance speech, and then immediately played like a minute-long trailer. And I was like, well, what are we doing?
Like, what's the point? Let's just call it the Game Awards, guys. Yeah.
But at the same time, back when like Super Smash reveals were still like in the pot, I remember tuning into the Game Awards and being like, all right, guys, Banjo and Kazooie, we're going to hear about it right here, right now. This is where we get that trailer.
Yeah.
So I think that it's difficult because it can generate so much hype, but I think at the end of the day, we have to keep in mind that it is about the games, not the commercials. So whatever will be a future nominee has to just like have its turn be just a little bit later, because right now it's for the people that made great games this year that need to like get their flowers.
Yes, I definitely agree. Yeah, and I do think it is really great for developers like to get their stuff out there. Like I remember, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but like I added like at least 5 new games on my wish list because I just thought they were so cool. And you also like, I've been seeing a lot of creative concepts that we don't typically see, like especially over the past couple of years that are coming out of the Game Awards. And again, it is the Game Awards, And I do think there is room for that mix and for that balance. But I'm just worried that they're trying to set a precedent that it's becoming more of a trailer show. And I don't know correctly, but they're probably also making money off of those trailers as well for that trailer time. So like it is a business thing. And listen, I'm not a numbers guy. I'm just here to make y'all laugh. But like I understand the need. But when it comes to infringing on like the artistry of video game development, I do think that's what we're all here for,
Yeah. And hey, speaking of cool games and stuff, I gotta ask the question: do you guys have a game of the year for this year? Like, do you guys have your A1 prime cut for 2025?
I'm gonna let you guys go first because I already have my answer.
I think
a lot of.
What? How did you know? How did you know? Okay, you know what? Okay, you guys go first, and then I'm gonna go.
I think honestly, my game of the year is also up there, right next to it. Peak. I had so much fun with Peak. I achievement hunted in Peak. It is some of the most fun I've ever had with my friends online. I think since all of us have gone to college, it has been a little more difficult to like hang out with the boys, but
Me and the boys.
Me and the boys. Cracking up a couple of cold ones, playing some Peak.
Playing some Peak.
But
yes.
like, I cannot remember the last time I laughed nearly as hard as when I'm climbing up a mountain and I'm going like, when did it get so hard? And then I just hear my friend go, ah, and just fall past me and just die. Like, it is so funny, and also like, it does make you so like, there's no feeling like getting to the top of that mountain for the first time with your friends, especially when you're all alive, and just like that sheer joy of like, we did it and we did it together. We climbed through a volcano, we yelled at each other, we ate an apple and it killed a guy, but we had a good time.
Yeah, I mean, there were a ton of great games this year. Just like an actually amazing year for gaming. Nintendo Switch 2 launched this year, so a lot of great exclusives coming out for that. I thoroughly enjoyed my time with Mario Kart World, Kirby Air Riders, Donkey Kong Bonanza. Last one especially, the technology behind that game is just genuinely super impressive. But my favorite game of the year undoubtedly has to be Clair Obscur Expedition 33, the indie darling for this year, or one of
One of the.
There's plenty of indie
There are a
darlings.
lot.
3 indie nominees for
This
Game
is
of the
the
Year. That's
year
incredible.
of indie games, like
That's
honestly.
unheard of.
Yeah.
But yeah, that game just spoke to me in a way that many games haven't done before. The narrative was super like enthralling, and the music especially. I still listen to that soundtrack daily. And I have to give a special shout out to Ben Starr's performance as Verso. Super impactful character, and I haven't seen anything like that in a long time.
Yeah, I do want to point out before we get to you, I spent a couple months thinking they were separate games. There was a game called Clair Obscur. I didn't know it was the same game because I was not interested at all.
Well,
Yeah,
now
don't
you gotta
worry. You don't have to play Expedition 1 through 32 to get to 33.
Okay,
They're all
it's okay.
not required.
It's not required, but like it's an optional reading, but you can if you want to.
All right, let's hear about your Game of the Year. I
All
think
right,
we have a guess.
guys, just take a wild guess what my Game of the Year is. No, I'm not gonna let you guess. Brazilian Drug Dealer 3. I opened a portal to hell in the favela, and
Trying to revive
trying to revive the mid-eye, and I need to close it. I memorized it and like flubbed on the last thing. It's okay. But Brazilian Drug Dealer 3, guys, it's $4 on Steam. That is like, that's the size. That's like the amount of like a biggie meal at
That's like
Wendy's.
$4.
That's like $4. Do you know how much you can buy at the max with like $4? You can buy like a thing of like gummy bears. But like you can, guys, just play the game. It's so much fun. Like genuinely, like I have never reached a flow state that I have reached like playing that game. Like it's nothing like I've ever seen before. Like guys, your life will be changed.
What's the genre? What do you do?
You try to close the portal to hell that you opened, dude.
Okay.
Can't you read?
Can't you read it?
Not
in
from
the
here,
title? We'll debrief. I'll debrief. But for now, I want to wrap up. Thank you so much, Aiden. Now we're going to throw it over to Henry and Drake for our first frame segment. Don't go anywhere.
We'll see you soon.
See you. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, Jackie, I get that you're back. Oh, gotta go. Hey, you're the first real gamer I've seen all morning. Check this out. Super Gamers Weekly on Freebie. Wow.
What's this one?
Oh, this is, Critical Damage on Emerson Channel. Here, look at these radical colors.
Wow, Crit's got real gamers.
Hey, over here.
I like Critical Damage, and it broadcasts live.
Kids, this show there.
I'll watch Critical Damage on M-Chan.
I knew you'd say that.
Critical Damage. More action, more laughs. By gamers, for gamers. Only on the Emerson Channel.
And when I arrive at my destination, I am gonna kill Bill.
What? Oh, okay, cutting. Sorry, can we get some of this?
Where in God's name is the gaffer's tape?
Hi, I'm Nate.
And I'm Casey, and we're the National Broadcasting Society.
Come out to some of our weekly workshops, or work on some of our sets.
Explore the bigger picture with NBS.
We'll see you there.
All right, let's get another take. Camera, sound.
So yeah, it's like Emerson's very own late night talk show. We've got games like Jimmy Fallon, and we're hot like Jimmy Kimmel, and we've got guests. I'm gonna talk to them. You can talk too, I guess. There's a live studio audience, and they're just gonna laugh at everything we say, and it's gonna be awesome. It's just this never-ending cycle of positivity and community and late night content. I'm gonna wear a suit. You should probably wear one too. What do you think?
I think you should drink up, because it's closing time.
Alright, coming back in 10 seconds. Ready, camera one. Camera one, get a wide shot of the entire thing, and in 3, 2, 1, take it. Tell them cue.
Welcome back to Emerson College. Emerson
Camera
trails
4, get a shot of the players coming across the court.
10 seconds left. Emerson trails by 1 point. As
Camera 2 close upon the person shooting.
Thanks, Joe. With 10 seconds left, Emerson is hoping to pull away and score this game.
Camera 1, gonna close and follow them over.
Hello everyone, I'm Henry Hadeko Parsons.
And I'm Drake Munson.
And welcome to First Frame.
Here's our latest gaming news.
Valve has announced their new Linux-powered Steam machine, a successor to their prized Steam Deck. This compact gaming PC is the result of a promise made long ago, the creation of Steam OS, a vision that is now finally around the corner. Originally, it seemed that Valve pulled the plug on Steam OS back in 2018, but they've actually been working on it in the background this entire time. This machine, that they oddly specify is the same size as a banana, will be powerful enough to run 4K gaming in 60 frames per second, with different storage options for your every need. They didn't stop at the Steam machine, however, as they also announced their Steam controller and Steam frame. I can't wait to play Silksong in VR.
History was made this November as a Pokemon card was sent to space. This was a partnership between card grading company Beckett and accessory manufacturer Dragon Shield, designed to show the durability of Dragon Shield's card sleeves. Beckett graded the quality of the card both before and after going to space and confirmed that the card maintained perfect marks. What I need to know, what card did they send? No one's telling me. It's important to me that I know what card it was. The Cosmic type doesn't get enough attention. Now there's a card that has literally been exposed to space. If it was Eevee and we don't get a Cosmic type evolution, I'm going to riot.
A deal between Ubisoft and Tencent has been completed. Tencent has made a €1.6 billion deal, creating Vantage Studios, a Ubisoft division dedicated to managing games like Assassin's Creed, Rainbow Six Siege, and Far Cry. Tencent will have a 26.32% stake in the company. This, of course, comes after Ubisoft delayed their half-fiscal year 2025 through 2026 financial results. Now, Ubisoft has reported their net debt of €1.5 billion. Both companies are sure this deal will be worth it and say they are excited to build a strong relationship.
The developer of Megabonk, Venedad, recently withdrew from the Game Awards. Megabonk was nominated for Best Debut Indie Game, and Venedad said that while the nomination was an honor, it was not appropriate as he had developed different games under different studios. He also added how he appreciated the support and encouraged people to go vote for other games in the category. The whole thing was handled very respectfully, and it goes to show how he's a much better person than me. If I was nominated for the most neurotypical award, I wouldn't withdraw. I would make some eye contact and pretend like football is interesting for as long as it took.
Quentin Tarantino has recently teamed up with Fortnite Battle Royale for a Kill Bill chapter known as Yuki's Revenge. Once thought lost, this chapter will star Uma Thurman, who returns as the bride. Tarantino worked with Epic Games' Unreal Engine to use motion capture technology to fully transfer his vision into the game. Apparently, this story has been in the back of Tarantino's brain for over 20 years, but he never thought he could pull it off. Now, Fortnite, of all things, is where this lost chapter will be produced. Next thing we know, Fortnite will have Martin Scorsese, Greta Gerwig, Steven Spielberg, Spike Lee, Ridley Scott, and who knows who else after that coveted Victory Royale. The one question remains, where will they be dropping?
December 6th, GameStop will host its Trade Anything Day in select stores. People can bring in almost anything for store credit. If the item fits in GameStop's 20 by 20 by 20 trade-in box, you will be awarded $5 of store credit. If the item you bring in is something that GameStop normally accepts, then the trade will be processed normally. There are a few exceptions to the Trade Anything rules. Drugs, legal or otherwise, will not be taken. Dirty clothes will not be taken. Except for dirty socks, which will be accepted. No animals, dead or alive, will be accepted unless they are taxidermied, in which case they will be accepted. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a drug-free taxidermied monkey wearing this coat made out of dirty socks. I'm going to exchange for $5 of store credit.
That's all for our First Frame news.
Stay with us, because after this special field segment, we'll be going straight into our Indie Variety segment.
What's up, gamers? This is Meg.
This is Bennett.
And this is Liv. And we are at Clark University for the Clark Games Expo. We're going to see a bunch of super fun indie games and play them and let you know what the indie game dev community in Boston is up to.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Alright guys, so we played a lot of games. Needless to say, all of them were really great. There are so many talented and imaginative game devs in the greater Boston area.
There's a yacht with a yacht. I really love him.
Anyways, here's Crit's top 3 games from the expo.
Number 1, A Call from Under the House. A Call from Under the House is a point-and-click game where you explore a mysterious house haunted by paranormal and Lovecraftian entities. Trying to solve the puzzles was definitely the scariest part, though. Don't worry, I eventually figured it out. We loved this game for its really stylized art and rich lore. and there's a lot more to it than first meets the eye. And the best part, you can play it on Steam for only $3.
Number 2, Unsent. Unsent is a platform action game where you are the quirky character Valentine trying to reunite lost letters with the people that never got them. Everything in this game feels so smooth and polished, from the mechanics to animations to 3D environments to the soundtrack. Its style reminds me a lot of Psychonauts because of how abstract it is, and it certainly has a similarly weird charm. You can buy this game in early access on Steam for $10, or you can try out the demo for free.
Number 3, Swampocalypse. Alright guys, I'm not saying we saved the best for last, but we saved a really good one for last. Picture this, you're in a radioactive swamp and someone gives you a speedboat and a bucket of guns. That's exactly what Swampocalypse is, and trust me, it feels just as cool as it sounds. This VR game was made by a small group of students from the University of Miami, which explains why it takes place in a swamp. I don't know how you get your hands on this game, but if you do get the chance to play it, do it.
Alright, and now we're going to speedrun some other honorable mentions. Iconic Arts is a game, well, I'll just let this clip speak for itself.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
So yeah, the gameplay was super fun. I don't even really know how to describe it, but I really hope we get the demo on Steam soon. Puppetry is a puzzle platformer where you throw a pin to unlock doors and find your way out of the cluttered closet. The character and level design in this game were all really solid, so I'm very curious to see how the lore continues to evolve in future iterations. Last up, we got Mechageddon. This game didn't have a playable demo, but the art and music were amazing. I mean, look at that isopod mech suit. That's sick as hell. There should be a demo available at the Clark Expo next semester, so we'll definitely be keeping an eye on this one.
It's time for Indie Game Shoutout. You've heard of the Game Awards, but what about the Indie Game Awards? Let's check out some of their nominees. Metavoidal plays a drummer trying to escape the clutches of an evil metal band by slamming your notes offbeat in his hack and slash by Yellow Lab Games. Metal might be immortal, but you sure aren't, so be careful. Many Nights a Whisper. Engage in conversations about pressure, dreams, and ethics as you prepare for one shot that decides everyone's future in this narrative drama by Deconstructee. Fire rests in your hands. Advent Neon. Freeze time and dash in any direction. High-speed, high-octane platform runner by Cyro GX. Nothing is better than fast and fluid freedom. Sword of the Sea. Surf on your sword across sand and sea, say that 5 times fast, in the spiritual movement adventure game by Giant Squid. Tony Hawk might be cool, but grinding blade on blade, even cooler. That's all for our indie game package. Now back to the show. And we are back.
We're back, gamers. We're excited for the awards in every category. But what about all the other stuff that makes games great?
To figure out the many criteria for great games, we're coming up with new categories for awards and debating which entry comes out on top. We got a couple people here to help us out.
All right, first of all, we have coming back Dr. Aiden Kane with a PhD in Game Awards. Let's hear it. Yes, yes,
We also have Henry Hiteco Parsons, categorizer of all things from the alphabet to xylophones.
Yes, yes, yes.
Words.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. And we also have Drake.
Hey, Drake. You can go to your table now, Drake.
Get over there. There we go. So, for any fans of the three-letter game from last episode, please welcome the 5-letter game where everyone on stage is in it except for Bennett.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so what we're going to be doing here, Sekai is going to be our judge first. Sekai is going to come up with a new category for the Game Awards, and all of us right here, including me, are going to be coming up with some of the games from our bowl to decide which game could win. We're going to debate, and then whoever wins has to come up to the podium and give their acceptance speech.
Yes, you have 30 seconds for that. We're counting you guys off. So while you guys are looking at your games, I'm going to come up with a category right here, right now on the spot. And that category is going to be, I think, oh wait, this will be fun. Which game is most likely to blow up your PC?
Most likely to blow up your
PC specifically. You guys can decide the specs, but it can't be like atrocious, like I'm playing this on a potato. So obviously it's going to blow up.
Okay.
So
I got my game.
All right. Let me know when you guys have your games, and then we're just going to go into it. We're going to go in a line, and we're going to see which one takes the cake.
Yes.
I've got my game.
You got your game?
I have mine.
You have your
You have
game?
yours?
Yes.
All right, Drake.
I
you
also
got
have
your
mine.
All right,
All
let's go. All right,
All
you go
right, I will
first.
start. The game that I have selected is a Minecraft movie.
The movie, not the game?
Not the game.
It's just the movie.
Minecraft movie. I think if you try and run this as a video game, you will have to break your computer to do it. And I think if you can try, I commend you, but this would for sure blow up your PC.
Like, what engine are we putting the Minecraft movie in?
Unreal 3.
Unreal 3? Okay, I can see that. Or alternatively, like, if you try to, like, export the Minecraft movie on, like, your PC, I think it might explode.
I think you're right.
I think you're right.
I have Doom: The Dark Ages because, game of explosions.
Many explosions.
That was kind of my whole thought process. I'm not gonna lie, but I got 10 more seconds up here. So
Good thought process.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to process. There's a lot of explosions, a lot of things happen in the game. Also, demons. Those blow up your computer pretty fast. Demons.
So
enough said.
So like this game, it would like spiritually blow up your
Exactly.
PC on like
yes.
a metaphysical level. Okay, I can
Exactly,
see
yes.
that. I can see that.
Yes.
All right, Henry, what's your pick?
I got the illustrious Cinco Noches con Alfredo.
Yeah!
This game simply will blow up your PC because of how good it is. It's just too immaculate for any kind of hardware to run. It's too powerful, truly.
It's too powered. This is just that good of a game, and it's just that well optimized.
Also, for the folks at home that don't know what Henry is talking about, I believe he meant to pronounce it Cinco Noches con Alfredo. Nuevo jugar para Scott Coffin. That is the full title.
That's the full title. You have
title.
to say it exactly like that, including the stock coffin.
Dr. Caden, what do you got?
Caden?
Yeah. All right.
Want to try it again?
Dr. Aiden Kane.
Thank you.
I couldn't decide if I want to say Dr. Kane or Dr. Aiden.
Close enough. Dr. Kane is my father.
Oh, wow.
First off, I think it's genuinely impressive how I've played it. Probably about 25 entries from our list of games, and all 6 of these are things I've never touched in my life. So
That's beautiful.
I've selected Brazilian Drug Dealer 3. I opened the portal to hell. I'm in the favela trying to revive the full title. Yeah, that one.
We
Don't
lost.
you mean
And I need to close
I'm
it.
not even trying.
Instantly, we lost.
You
Instantly.
mean that?
Not only
the end of the
does this
game.
game break your computer, it breaks your spirit just by even reading the title. The
It doesn't break my
executable
spirit.
file name is too long. It doesn't even open. It's fully incomprehensible to any computing system.
Okay,
know
I
what?
think we know who's better.
I've never been
Alright.
so comfortable losing.
Okay, as the judge, I do believe that these are all great options, I would like to say, but spiritually, I'm really resonating right now with Brazilian Drug Dealer 3. I opened a portal to hell in the favela trying to revive the mid-eye, and I need to close it.
Woo!
Oh, yes, I got it right, guys. Thank you.
Somehow
I'll be
I'm
here all
not
week.
shocked by this information.
Say that 5 times fast.
Like, it really is resonating with me, and I really feel, as someone who's played the game, that I exploded mentally playing this game in the best way possible, and I think that all of you guys should too. So,
I haven't played the game, and I'm also exploding mentally. This game,
And I think-
yeah, it's powerful.
and I think that makes you perfect to give your acceptance speech on why and
Will
how
do.
grateful you are.
Get up
for
here,
this
Aiden.
game.
Let him out of
You
here.
let him out of here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let him out of there.
All right, Aiden, you got 30 seconds. Give
All
your
right.
speech.
Yes.
We here at the Brazilian Drug Dealer 3 team accept this award with pride. We spent a lot of development time, approximately 5 hours, working on this game through blood, sweat, and tears. And we owe it all to our friends back home in Australia for working on this game with us. It was truly an honor to be working with the team, and we thank you all for installing this game, onto your computer with no holds bars, regard, and other various words. Thank you very much.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
That was truly beautiful. And you know what? It didn't get nominated this year, but I really truly do believe that next year is going to be the year of Brazilian Drug Dealer 3, of the entire franchise, really. You guys can quote me on that, and you guys place your bets now. Get on DraftKings, get on MGM. Brazilian Drug Dealer 3 will be nominated for Game of the Year next year, and you guys can trust me on this.
Put it on a
Can
t-shirt.
we get $20 to make a bet on the?
Can we get
Just $20,
$20?
please?
Can we?
I got some money on Brazilian Drug
What is
Dealer
it?
Part 4.
Dang.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Aiden, you won the last round, so you're going to be our judge for this one. What is the next
Yes.
category that we have to fight over?
The next category, we're going to take some inspiration from the actual Game Awards, who have decided to split their voice acting category. Actually, they used to have it in main performer and supporting performer. We're going to add our own performer category for most seductive male performance.
Ooh. I
Look through
win.
all of these. I should have. Yep,
We-
I got it.
we
We're good.
We're good. I win. Everybody got their
Okay,
game?
wait, guys. I have to look through
I got mine.
I got a good feeling about this one.
Okay,
There
wait.
may or may
guys,
not be a
like,
clear answer, but I can be convinced.
Okay, I think Henry, do you have your game?
I do.
All right, I think Henry, we're gonna start with you, so you have a little bit of time while we
okay,
argue
I'm gonna
pick.
be
Run it.
I have picked Kirby Air Riders.
I'd like to know which.
Please explain.
Which voice actor? Or which character?
King DDD is by far, I believe, peak male performance.
Isn't he voiced by Sakurai?
Yes.
Okay.
That just improves it tenfold,
director.
honestly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sakurai's a very seductive man. Yeah.
That's all I have.
Okay.
That's it. That's
What you got?
I have critical damage. I have critical
The
damage.
concept.
I mean, look at this. Look at that.
This is
Look at this. Look at this. Skip this. Look at that.
a really star-studded, a bunch of studs up on the stage. I'm not gonna lie with
Exactly.
you. Like we're kind of killing
Exactly.
it. Yeah.
We are killing it. We're killing it, man.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty good pick, but I think I got you guys all beat. My selection is Donkey Kong Banana.
Oh no!
I believe it was Donkey Kong who said, and I mean, hello, sailor.
Truly riveting.
When I heard that for the first time, I mean, I had to take a break from the game.
Oh wow.
So I think that's the clear winner for this year for most seductive voice acting performance.
Okay. See, that's all good and all, but like, I feel like what we're really missing from this panel is variety and diversity, and for why I choose to bring out Fortnite. Not like any specific character, just Fortnite. Jonathan Fortnite himself, actually. I really do think, like, the first time I laid my eyes on just Fortnite, the game, really, I just like felt something in my heart. Like, I knew, like, this is the game. This is the game that was gonna do it for me. And ever since, I've been just, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. But I think Fortnite's the one. Yeah. Fortnite's the one.
I mean, truly enthralling stuff from all of our nominees. But this year, the jury has decided to elect Kirby Air Riders as the winner of the Seductive Male Voice Actor Award.
Henry, get up here. Let's hear your speech on this
Why
nonsense.
is King DDD the most seductive man to you? For everyone to see live on television, go.
Thank you. I would first like to say thank you for nominating my game, and actually we won. I cannot believe this. Honestly, on behalf of everyone, Kirby, King DDD, Gooey, everyone in the Kirby cast, we really tried our hardest with this one, and everyone put in their absolute best to ensure that this would be the most seductive time you'll ever have on that racetrack. Thank you very much.
I want to point out before we go on,
You don't know
y'all don't know who Gooey is.
I don't know who Gooey is.
You know Gooey? We're looking this up after.
Gooey,
Okay.
I gotta show
I
you
just feel
Gooey.
like
He's great.
In context, like I don't like the fact that
Why?
you said Gooey for this
Yeah, his
one.
name's
Okay,
This
anyway.
is bothering you, please.
All right,
It bothers
for our final round, Henry, you are our judge. Please let us know what is our category that we now have to fight over.
All right. Not taking inspiration from literally anything here today,
Yeah.
I believe that the only way to properly end this is, what game do you all believe is the greatest game to play on critical damage?
Aww. Wait, that's like wholesome. Okay, wait. Should I be funny or should I be true?
All attempts to blow my critical damage.
That's the hardest question.
You should be funny so I can be through and win.
No, actually.
I think I have mine.
Yes. Okay. Wait, actually, I have a really good selection for literally all of these. Okay.
Lovely.
All right, anyways.
Goodness, yes, let's go over here.
Okay. Yeah, our nominee for Best Game to Play on Critical Damage, we have Just Dance 2026.
Ooh.
Yeah, you know, it's never happened, but it could happen in the future. It's been discussed about happening. Dancing on set, definitely not a danger to anyone and everyone.
Not at
and
all.
Of course not.
Inanimate objects around us. But it's sure to be a good time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I got Monster Hunter Wilds.
Okay.
My favorite co-op, yeah.
Exactly. It's a great co-op game because I had a lot of co-op games in my bowl. It was hard to pick of all the many games I had that had multiple players. Why were all the Game Awards this year single-player games?
Yeah.
But anyway, Monster Hunter Wilds, great co-op game. Lot of couch commentation. Plus, you know, monsters.
True.
Hunting.
They're
Wilds. Exactly. See,
We got something for everyone
three
here.
great words. And what is critical damage if not great words?
That's
That's
true.
like
True.
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 Can we get a true actually? Can we get a true in the chat?
True.
Like if anyone's watching, can we get a true?
Can we get a true in the chat?
Can we get a true?
I have a good selections for my contenders. I once again have a very strong entry with Among Us 3D. I think if we tried to play Among Us in this studio, it would turn into the Lord of the Flies in a minute and a half. And that's nothing if not good television.
Yeah.
You know? I'm graduating next semester, so if next semester my finale episode can be us playing Among Us 3D and starting to beat each other to death, good note to go out on as we cancel the show. You know?
Yeah, we cancel it. Crit ends with you.
Crit ends
and
with
I
me.
think that's beautiful. I do think that's beautiful. I had a hard time. I don't know if you guys saw me shifting through my little bowl over here. I had a hard time figuring out. I had a lot of options. I had Mario Kart World. We played that on our first episode. All 5 of us together. Yeah. I had Sonic Crossworlds. I had Peak, but I really, this one is really resonating with me. And it's called A Game About Digging a Hole. And I truly do believe that this is the type of game, like, I don't know what it's about. I've never played it before. But actually, no, I don't even think that it's us playing the game. I think we just dig the hole, like, live on air. I really think that'd be riveting TV. I think it'd be great television. And I don't know, guys. Do you guys have any shovels? Any shovels on hand, I think?
PD, can we get some shovels?
Can we get
shovels, right?
Can we get a
It's in the budget
fly and
somewhere.
a shovel,
Pretty
actually?
sure.
I think that would be great for us and for everyone. But I do think, genuinely, it would be a great game for us to play. I don't know what it's about. I've never played it in my life, but I think it would be great.
I have a guess as to what it's about.
Guess.
Digging a hole?
No.
Spoilers.
No.
Spoilers.
Hey, you can't do that.
Goodness.
In good
I'm
faith.
sorry.
All right, anyways.
Someone get this guy out here.
The jury, the academy, everyone, Jeff Keighley himself came to me. We've come to the decision, and the only way that we can end this is with Among Us 3D.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Here's a round of applause. Thank you.
You know what? It's a good one.
My fellow Americans, there's nothing better than being in space with a random alien. It was in the movie Alien. It was in other movies, I'm sure. Probably other movies in the Alien franchise. But the best time to be in space with an alien is playing Among Us with your friends. And Among Us 3D has proximity chat, which is completely nullified by the fact that we'll be in the same room and all mic'd up. So I say to you, this is the most fantastic game to play in any context. If you're on a submarine, play Among Us. If you're in a plane, play Among Us. If you're in a cave, play Among Us. And if you're on critical damage, play Among Us. Thank you.
That's beautiful.
Beautiful, truly.
That's beautiful.
That was gorgeous.
Wow.
I almost shed a bit of a tear.
Almost.
The camaraderie, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I think camaraderie is what critical damage is all about. If you rearrange the letters in critical damage,
it doesn't
you get
spell
camaraderie.
Somewhere.
It doesn't spell that, but
Probably.
Show of hands, who's
actually, I think
dyslexic?
it does. Wait.
No.
No, absolutely not.
No, critical. Okay, you know what? It's fine.
Take my word for it.
Take your time. Spell it out for us.
Okay.
Okay.
C as in critical damage. A as in one of the A's.
M as in one of the
M
M's.
as in one. A as in one of the A's.
R as in critical damage.
Yep.
D as in
E.
critical damage. I as in critical damage. E as in critical damage.
Guys, I think we can actually spell camaraderie.
We can actually spell, and they thought I was lying. It's true.
We
It's
just
true.
we were testing you, you know.
Yeah.
Sure.
Gaslighting me.
Keep on
Anyways,
your toes.
God forbid a woman do anything here on critical.
honestly, God forbid. Yeah.
All right, folks, that is just about all the time we have for our little game. But before we go, Sekai and I have one more speech to give. So do you want to join me up at the podium?
Yes. Let's go to the podium. You guys didn't think we were doing this. That's right, critical damage is getting sappy as the season comes to a close. We want to take a second to acknowledge all the people that worked behind the scenes to make this production happen.
Yes, we do. Whether there are wonderful EPs in the control room, the studio, the audio booth, or the writer's room, we have the support of so many incredible people who bring so much passion and energy to this production.
We love you guys, like fucking for real. Like, thank you all. But I'd love to give a special shout out to Aiden Kane, because this was his last episode before heading off to LA. Aiden was a creative EP with me and Sam last year, and is one of the reasons why Crit is just so awesome as it is now today. It's going to be so sad to see you go, but we wanted to thank you for everything that you've done for us here at Crit.
Thank you.
You were my first boss on this show.
It's true.
Yeah,
was I a good boss?
Yes.
Okay.
We watched the Minecraft movie together.
It's true.
It was a beautiful time.
It was wonderful. And of course, I have to give thanks to my intrepid co-hosts, Sekai, the Mario to my Luigi, the Batman to my Robin.
You made yourself the sidekick? I mean, like, I'm honored that you see me as this dark, brooding, mysterious, and or badass main character that I am. But, like, you know, just don't sell yourself short, pun intended. You've been an amazing co-host. You've been an amazing co-host, and I couldn't have done any of this without you. And you know what? We can both be the main character. We're like Batman and Mario. I'll come up with a better analogy later. I'll workshop that one.
We'll see you guys next season. Good night, gamers.